All right, well, welcome everybody to the Prosperity Mind Mastermind. And what is this, week 6? And how many of you were on Dave's call this morning or were able to listen to it? Okay, so 3 of you, I can't see your hands, but I'm guessing that you didn't raise them. You guys, this call, you got to be listening to it. There's nuggets all over the place when we listen to these calls, and I'm going to have some people share a couple of nuggets. Ariana, would you like to start?
I'd be happy to. Look, if you could wake up on a Monday morning and go to some place that's count audible, where for about an hour you have somebody who's kind of, I'm going to say this, channeling information from the universe that could make a difference to your life, would you make the time at least to listen to it at some point? And you can still listen to it, guys. He's either has it as a Facebook Live, so you can get on then and throughout the day. You can listen to it anytime. Or you can do it in his Mechanic to Millionaire YouTube channel. But listen, all I want to say is today there were some beautiful things. And one of the things that I connected to was, right now I'm a mama monarch, fledgling-er. So I had 2 monarchs today that became airborne, like they were birthed today from their cocoon. And I really got something from the call this morning with Dave. He talked about you want to be in progress and you don't want to do it at a really tepid pace. You actually want to do it so that you cause yourself to have momentum. And what I got from what these monarch caterpillars do, right, to become butterflies, is they can't stop the process. So don't stop your own process. I mean, stay in the conversation, do the actions by teaspoons each day, and they will add up. I know that a lot of the leaders have talked about how, you know, you take 1 or 2 or 3 steps and you suddenly find yourself in sort of like a free flow. But if you stop yourself, you will actually stop your own progress. And I'll tell you, if a monarch butterfly in its chrysalis did that, they would perish. And we're designed to flourish, evolve, and grow and create. So if you're stopping your own growth, you're stopping your own creation, you want to start looking at, why are you doing that? Like, what do you get from that as a benefit? And not only that, it's like you're stopping your own evolution. You can slow it down because you're still going to have to do it, by the way. That's the tip. The tip is you're still going to evolve, whether you like it or not. So don't go kicking and screaming. At least most of the time, don't do that. Like, choose your times that you're going to just go with the flow. We here on our call and with Dave's call, lots of ways of doing it with ease and grace. You know, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that as we progress in this call. But guys, it's natural for us to evolve. So don't stop your evolution.
Yeah. You know, he also talked about course correcting. And I mean, boy, especially in the early days when I was learning how to do this business, I was course correcting I'm certainly every day and sometimes every hour, you know, because there was a learning curve. There were things that I discovered didn't work, things that did. You guys have a system. I didn't have a system at that time, but you have a system to follow, but you can still need course correcting with it. And he used the analogy of, actually it was Malcolm that used the analogy of, do you know what percentage of the flight, you know, a rocket's flight to the moon, what percentage is course correcting? Anybody know? It's about 97-98% of the time that rocket is course correcting. You know, they set it on a course, but it, you know, different things will make it go off course, but the computer will put it back on course. And so if that's the truth with something with such high technology, then of course we're going to have course correcting with our imperfections, right? Andy, I'm going to mute you. There's a little bit of background noise. There we go. So anyway, just understand that we've all been through it or we're going through it, and there's going to be course correcting, but you got to be moving forward in order to correct your course. So that's the key, like Ariana said. Madeline.
Yeah, I just want to say a little bit more about that because Eddie and I, I've been putting my new identity, I call it, together. These pieces that Dave has been saying. And this weekend, Eddie and I were talking a lot about how's that look? What are we going to do? And really started looking at the course correction of what we need to do now, how the actions we need to take now, and the mindset that we need to have now about certain things along the way to get to the big thing that we want. And so that was the course correction that I saw for us, was this little stuff along the way that's kind of been hindering us getting where we want to get to. And, if we hadn't been really in the game of all this and doing this, this would never come up. So I'm excited because I think things are going to speed up.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you're doing this work, it can't help but improve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something else too, because I think you're going to talk about Penny, right?
Yep.
Can I switch to Penny now?
Sure.
As long as we're on the way. I'm really excited about Penny because Penny is really helpful for me to help me stay on track with things. But today I got an email from Penny and it said, we're finished updating your system. And I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, but I was like, what does that mean? So I clicked on it, and lo and behold, Lynn was right, which I should know. Lynn is always right, because she said to me, last week, they said Penny will know who your customers are, who your associates are, what they're doing, all of that. And it did. It had everybody laid out. In fact, I have a person in there I did not know has bought and reordered stuff. She was a customer of mine, I want to say 7-8 years ago. And I just, I called her several times along the way. Well, she just went and upped herself and ordered some products. And I would have never known that had I not used Penny. So I just thought that was really cool.
That is cool. So the Penny app, you can get to it if you haven't already. How many of you have created an account with Penny? Is there anybody who has not?
Well, I'll say that I've created an account, but I'm still working through all the little parts of how to get it all organized.
Okay.
Oh, I am too. I am totally,
Sure.
still figuring all that out.
But we've got a gem for you to really understand it and learn it more. And it's a training that was done last Thursday, and you'll find it on the Forever Pack Business Group. Your leader probably tagged you in that video. It was a Facebook Live. And so look at your notifications to see if you were tagged, and go to that and watch it. It's Malcolm is the one who trains on it. He's actually used another system prior to Penny, and so he was already adept at doing all of the follow-up calls and stuff. And he's just taken it by the horns and run with it, because it's so much more superior than anything he's used before, and I can agree with that. So if you haven't already, you will be by the end of tonight. You'll be tagged on that training, and so that's going to be your homework. And if you haven't got your account set up, it is isagenix.com/penny. Somebody help me.
Penny Beta.
Beta.
Beta, yeah.
Penny Beta.
See, I didn't get it that way. I got it on my app store.
So there's two different things. You want to go on through Chrome on your laptop or PC and set up your account there, and then upload Penny from the Penny app, and it will recognize your account then, your Isagenix account.
And Marcia, I'll tell you, I did that too from the Penny app, and it's different than the Isagenix one because I was seeing different things while I was doing the training. So make sure you do the Isagenix login on your computer.
So you might want to just uninstall it and then install it. Oh, Marcia, you're
Okay,
so
I'm
cute.
trying to use the right words. And I even wrote a card about this. I told you that, Madeline, the other day. That I will master Penny. I'm so happy and grateful.
Yes. All right. So we are approaching a week that we're calling Grow Week. Okay. So what's a Grow Week? Lynn, I'm going to have you explain that.
Okay, a Grow Week, and I've been watching Susan Sly do her Grow Weeks, but basically a Grow Week is where we grow personally, and it's probably the most powerful thing that we can do. And we've been doing some power hours, which a few of you have joined us, but that's kind of getting us ready for the Grow Week. So the most important person that's going to grow during that period is us, right? And if they always say, if we're not uncomfortable, then we're not growing, right? So we're here to make it fun and to help all of us grow. So basically it's going to be from a Sunday to a Saturday. It's going to be a whole week long. And what we're going to do is have, we're going to meet like on a daily basis. What did we decide? Was it 12 or 10? Did we decide?
12 p.m. on Tuesday, tomorrow, Pacific time.
This is for the Grow Week we're talking about.
Oh, Grow Week was the 17th.
Okay, that week it's going to start. And
Yeah.
that's
So let me clarify. The 16th is the Sunday. We'll probably have kind of a launch that night.
yeah.
And then we'll have calls, I don't know about every day, maybe 3 days. out of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here to work together and to guide all of us to do certain things on our Facebook pages to actually engage more people. And so one of the things is something called an engagement post. There's actually three. There's a interaction post, an engagement post, and a conversation starters. So we're going to be sharing with you some ideas. In fact, Kathy, if you'll make me a, so I can share my screen, I pulled up a couple things to show you guys. But these engagement posts and other kind of posts is a way for people that engage in our posts are going to make us seen on their newsfeed. So they say that the most important thing you can do is create a really powerful post, right? They said most people when they're scrolling through a Facebook page, it's like a 1.7 seconds that they're going to be engaging on your post. So if you have something super long, they're probably gone, right? Unless it's so engaging that they're going to come and watch it. And on the computer, it's 2.5 seconds. So a little bit longer than the cell phone is the other one. So we need to actually act fast to get their attention. But these engagement posts and interaction posts actually are going to be a way for them to stop and say, oh, I'm going to engage in this and have a conversation about maybe a question that I ask, but I'll show you some different ideas. I've been doing some research on.
Well, and you did a post today that got a lot of engagement.
Yeah, I did a post today. I think I actually put it on here. This one here in the top here is what I posted at 10:35 today. And by 12, I had like 13 comments on it. So people were, putting a GIF on there. And then just a little while ago, I looked and I had 40. So people are engaging. I did respond to a few because that's what you want to do also. You want to respond to people. And so I put a little comment based on what anybody says. But this is just some other ideas that, what is your favorite ice cream? So people are going to, see that and are going to stop and say, wow, here's my favorite. So again, you're asking for engagement. And we're going to put a folder of some sort on our business page where we're going to have these ideas. I'll share. All I did was go to Google and put engagement posts. Tons of them showed up. So I pulled up some of my favorites and put them out here. Another one that I read about, which I have to go get some gumballs. I thought this was a great idea. but this gal got a shaker cup, filled it full of colorful gumballs, and then had a little questionnaire thing saying, hey, how many gumballs do you think are in this? Whoever wins, I'll give a prize at the end, and you can send them a, whatever. And so I thought that was kind of fun. I thought of other things to put in there, but I thought gumballs are kind of cool because they're colorful and it's going to engage in someone's curiosity, right? So, just, coffee pose. Most people love coffee, right? So iced or hot. So again, they're stopping to engage and make an answer. So, and then I've done health posts before too, here, how many, people have filtered water. I've had people go into a whole long explanation of the kind of filter that's the very best, so it does, bring in lots of engagement. Here's another one. What does freedom look like to you? So, we can make it more towards the income kind of producing or just general ones, but it's going to be fun putting these out there and to see engagement. And all of us can actually help each other out by jumping on my page or Marcia's page and make a comment too, because that helps bring in more people to engage in it. Helps the algorithms. So here's that one. And then there's, hang on, we got another one.
While you're doing that, I had this idea because we sell coffee, right?
Yep.
And what if we had something with coffee beans in it? How many coffee beans are in here? And then they could get the bag of coffee. So that's an inexpensive gift.
That's a great idea.
Great idea.
Yep. So here's another one. Here's a fun little one you just make with hearts, If you could not fail, how much weight would you lose by the end of, we'll have to change that, answer whichever colored heart you choose. So again, just asking for people to engage. And people tend to engage in stuff like this versus, I think just verbiage itself. If you just had this verbiage here, I don't think people might engage, but when you got this cute little thing. Another one that I've had really good success on are these little math equations. People love these. I mean, I've had, 60 some people guessing, and, their answer. And then, if someone really figures it out, there's always an analytical person there that's going to say, no, it's this plus this, it's fun to kind of watch people, but people love stuff like this. And again, people are home right now. So that's just some ideas on things that you can do. Interaction posts would be like, which one would you choose if you'd prefer having a chocolate smoothie or a vanilla smoothie? So again, you're getting interaction engagement on your post, but those are just some ideas. So we're going to be putting ideas together in a group page on our biz page, different ideas that you can do, but start just Googling it. Oh, I found something else. If you get stuck, refer this list of social media post ideas to get yourself unstuck. It's like 5 pages of this really cool stuff that you can do, and I'll share that too. Another one, 100 of my favorite conversation starters for social media. Do you like your toilet paper over or under? What's your, if you could be a Disney princess, what could be? So there's so many things, and we can gear them more towards isogenics or health issues or, if you could do anything right now, for a new job that you want to pursue, what would you do? Just getting engagement. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a fun time. And then we're, reaching out to people during that grow week. So we may have like Monday, okay, we're going to, reach out to 5 people today. It could be, once you do your post in the morning for the engagement, then, throughout the day, you're going to be inviting people. We're going to be able to have scripts and things like that. So it's going to be fun. Susan Sly does these all the time, especially before a big, like a push for a new product with isogenics. So she does them with her team, and their whole team like really grows. So you can imagine if all of us are doing this during our grow week, things are going to happen. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Then I heard you suggest that doing the post in the morning. So tomorrow, if we're all meeting sort of, as a little group for our power hour at around noon Pacific time, if you do something at 9, choose one of these great ideas, like really simple. And then by the time 12 o'clock comes, you get to look back at that post and go, who responded? Who can I just reach out and move the conversation to the next step, to the next level? Like, let them know, Hey, I saw that you responded. That's fun. I love your answer. It reminds me of X. And by the way, just an extra thing, you could do these engagement posts as a live. You could do a live, then post it as a visual, but do a live video. So you could just go, hey guys, 30 seconds here. I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite way of making coffee? For those who love coffee. And you'll see my post. So it's just like a check-in. It's like being alive and present, especially since we have to do so many things over the internet and we can't do as much connection one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great idea. And I also thought about, because at the beginning of this call, I don't know if it was recorded yet, but we are going to do ISA Bingo on the 11th. So we could start utilizing that also, and that can also help us with the Grow Week. So we could start even reaching out to people saying, do you know that likes bingo? Do you know that likes to play games?
Yeah.
We could even be saying that now rather than just announcing we have bingo. So that
Well,
could be,
what if we actually created an engagement post about bingo?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was just thinking of that, or about bingo or about games.
Yeah.
What kind of games do you like to play?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or what do you think about bingo?
Yeah, there's another thing called a rapid fire message. And so that might be, when Dave does his webinar on Mondays and Thursdays, you could do a rapid fire like, hey, I'd love to invite you to watch this in half an hour. And so, quick reminder for people. So people a lot of times will do things on the spur of the moment if they're not doing something. So that's called a rapid fire message, which we'll utilize too.
Yeah, I like that. And someone did that to me and it worked. I got on and I watched a video.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm writing down all these ideas. Okay, so how are we doing? 5 minutes. So here's what's most important to have in place for Grow Week. And it's only
2 weeks away, right?
weeks away. Number one, your vision has got to be in place. If that one thing is not in place, it's like walking through quicksand with cement shoes on towards your goal. I mean, that's how important it is. And so I just want you guys to really make sure it's in place. Make sure you're reading it every day. Make sure you're feeling it every day. And if you need support in getting that complete, let us know. Because, we are here for you. We want you guys to be totally successful, okay? So your vision is clear. You've got your Penny app. You've got engagement posts going out. And you attend the power hours. So we're going to try and have those every Tuesday. Maybe we may have them more during Grow Week. So anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, shout outs, wins?
Well, who's going to be there tomorrow at noon? Question.
Well,
I'm back from the chiropractor.
So 2, Lynn and Ariana. So tomorrow at noon Pacific would
you have
be,
to tell me again what we're doing at noon.
okay, so noon, which, yeah, it may not have been clear because they were talking about 2 separate things at the same time in the beginning. So tomorrow at noon Pacific, just want to be clear, so it's noon Pacific, 1 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern time. There's going to be a power hour. And the power hour is specifically going to be about doing these engagement posts. And you can do other things too.
And
But
following up with people who've commented because you may have done your engagement post earlier in the morning.
yeah, so this is a really good opportunity if you're not clear on how to do it or the technology around it, we'll be there to help. So if you're unclear how do I get that cool looking thing onto my Facebook thing, we can help you with that kind of stuff. So, and Kim Elliott is asking, can we do any of these power hours in the evening for those of us who work? We did one last Thursday at 5 o'clock Pacific and we decided to just try it a little bit earlier today. So we are going to try to do them all different times of day. And Kim, if you want to just schedule one yourself, you could just put it on the We Believe in Freedom messaging and just say, hi, I want to do a power hour at 7 o'clock tonight. Who wants to join me? And then do a power hour. I mean, the more we do these, the better we're going to be for that entire grow week that we have. And we want to set ourselves up for the grow week, right? That's what this is about. We're just kind of nurturing those people, talking to them. There might be some people that you might want to talk to about isogenics, but it'd be very uncomfortable out of the blue. Just talk to them about isogenics. Now's the time to connect with them and just talk to them. So it might be good just, hi, how are you doing? How are the kids? How are the grandkids? You know, whatever that conversation is. But just connect with them now, because then in 2 weeks when we do the grow week, they're not going to be like, wow, all she ever contacts me about is isogenics, right? Because you'll have already done that first connection.
Well,
now.
and also, you know, you may have people contributing to your engagement post who aren't even your Facebook friend, because they're a friend of a friend or something like that.
Yeah, they saw it.
Those people, you want to right away friend them, so that you can do private messages with them.
Yeah, and then once you friend them, you could even just say, hey, I see you're a friend of Judy's. How do you know Judy? I know Judy from XYZ. So that's a way to kind of start the conversation of connection with them.
Yeah, because part of growing in Grow Week is growing your Facebook friend base.
Did you want to say something, Ariana?
I just want to make a point that we have our Freedom Day template. That is that conversation about who we are being now, our new identity that we generate newly every day, several times a day, hopefully. I've been only able to do it once a day. I'm going to up my ante now. I'm going to do it again tonight. I'm good in the morning. Somewhere in the evening, I go, oh, life happened, and I'm not going to do it. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm doing an experiment myself. I want to see, what is this going to look like? So everything that we just talked about are ways of connecting with people. They're the doings. But if you're not in the mindset, the doings won't make a difference. I mean, they'll be difficult. You'll feel like, why am I wasting my time? I'm not getting the results that I'm getting. So you want to do the two together. You want to marry these ideas where you're doing the internal work and then taking the action. The action is critical because you can't just hope and wish. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to give you anything. And though, all that work and effort will only be truly moved forward to the next level for yourself is if you have that space inside yourself that you are totally cemented and foundationally connected to every moment of your day. And trust me, Kathy said it earlier, you're pulled out. You will be pulled out with every event that happens in your life from the identity that you're creating for yourself. And we have this beautiful document we've created for ourselves. So my request is this. If you're in a little subgroup with your group, I would like you to email your finished template. Kathy, would you let me share my screen for a second? And I'm just going to show you what mine looks like. I'm not going to read it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my template. And this is what I want everybody to share with each other. Now, you can either post it. I mean, I would say be bold and audacious and post it on the Freedom Business Group, you know. Why would you hide this? This is who you are and this is what you're up to, right? So I want you to fill in 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you haven't done it, you're letting yourself down. That's all I'm going to say. Like you're swimming in the water and you're looking at the little raft thing, the little circular tube to save you, and you're saying no. You're looking at the rowboat and you're saying no. You're looking at the helicopter and you're saying no. And then it's all over and you go, how come I wasn't saved? Well, you didn't take the things that were given to you to help you move to the next stage. So that's all I got to say. But share your template. Let people know what you're up to. so that you can be held accountable personally, because none of this is going to happen. All these, like, you know, power hours and growth weeks and, you know, engagement posts, they're all going to feel very effortful if you do not have that space of your own personal identity that you can go to each and every time. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we have like several call to action. So let's break it down, because I know for me, when we get past one, I start to forget what are we doing. So what are our call to actions? Are finish that template, post it on the We Believe in Freedom Biz page. The next call to action, if you can go to the Power Hour tomorrow, go to the Power Hour, or set one up. So Kim, would that work for you if you just picked a night this week and then asked us all to join?
Yes, probably Thursday.
Okay, what time Thursday?
6:30.
Okay, so now we all kind of got that in our head. I'm going to stick it in my calendar. I might be able to do that one too. And
So
then,
don't forget the Penny app and the Penny app training.
so then there's the Penny, get your Penny app going, do the Penny app training, learn as much as you can. And I think on our, on your individual smaller team calls, you know, we can also kind of help each other with that Penny app as well. So is that it? Those three things?
And
And
the
I-
engagement post.
And do the engagement post, whether you're doing the Power Hour or not.
So Lynn, will you have those samples, examples?
Yeah, have we opened up a folder there on the, or should I just put it,
You
like,
can
can we
create a folder.
separate week for the grow week and put everything under there, or is that possible? Or just throw them in there?
I don't know how it works. Let me go look.
Yeah, well, we could talk, maybe we could talk after this.
Yeah.
And Marcia, you wrote something on there. I wasn't quite sure what you were asking for help on.
Okay, I made a typo, but what I meant was it's complete. You know, I read it to you the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and but it's just not typed, and I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, you could take a picture of it and post it that way too. Upload your picture.
You can't read it. I'll be happy to.
That's all right. But it doesn't matter if we could read it or not. It's just a matter that you did it.
So I don't see how you create a folder, but you can upload files.
Okay.
So I would just start uploading the files. They'll show up in the feed. And then anytime you want to go look for that file, you go to the left-hand side where it says files, click on it, and you'll see all the files that have been uploaded. So
Yeah, I
just
wonder how I can add, if I wanted to add 20 pictures in there, are they all going to be a separate file?
I think they will be. So maybe you want to, well, just do, you could name them. File 1, engagement, you know, engagement posts 1, engagement post 2, 3, you know, if you.
well, if they're pictures, you can actually upload them as a post, and you can upload as many pictures as you want in one single post, right?
Okay.
Can we download it off the post though?
Yes. You click on it, and then you save it to your computer or
Got it. Okay.
phone or whatever.
Yeah, I think maybe for the Facebook group, units, maybe that's where we have a grow unit, and then that's where you,
I don't even see units in our Facebook group.
or at least the Forever Pack has units and stuff, so that's why.
No, it is, Kathy, in the We Believe in Freedom biz, there is a unit. I'm in the wrong
group.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know Bree put a whole bunch of things in the units a while
I'm
ago.
going to create one right now.
Awesome. Okay, so instead of looking in files, look in units.
Okay.
I want to share one last nugget. I was listening to a call with Zach Slobin today. It was super good. But one of the things he talked about is macro vision. And it kind of hit home with me. He talked about, you know, with Dave, we have the big vision, right? We put together our template and all. So we have this big vision. And sometimes the big vision can seem like it's so far away. right? So you want to bring it in, and we want to do the daily consistent action steps using the Penny app and doing the engagement posts and things. And when we do something moving our business forward every single day, the big picture, the macro vision is gonna come reality, right? So one of the little lines he put, I think it's so good. He said, big things happen when small things get all the love.
Mm.
So, you know, spending time on the little things, the connecting with people, sharing the vision, things like that. So big things are going to happen when we do those little things. So thought that was good.
Good point. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Well, everybody, this is the start of a great week. So let's get into action, and we'll see you on the Power Hour. Love you guys.
Yeah, and we said what, four things we have to do? I'm already forgetting the 4 things. I need to write them down.
I think they all took notes.
Good. I should have done that.
And I'll put in some engagement posts as soon as we get off here. So you guys will have
All
it.
right.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.